Hey there, how are you? My name is Nicole Veneri, and I have been a Beachbody coach for 2.5 years. I started with our friend Tanya Gornick, and I know you've been hearing a lot about her and from her, so we started almost at the exact same time. Anywho, I wanted to come on and talk to you about excuses, physical excuses, because we all have them, we've all used them, and I'm here to take them away from you. So when I first started with the Beachbody system, I started as a customer. I had been laid out for 18 months with two herniated discs. So super, super low in my back. So it was affecting my ability literally to stand up, to sit down, to lay down, to sleep, to drive anything. I had these two discs were sticking out of where they were supposed to be. One of them was sitting on a sciatic nerve, and there was just pain constantly shooting down my leg. So I had refused to go to surgery, so I was seeing several doctors in a system to try to do what I could to have a non-surgical answer. Long story short, I got a non-surgical answer, and I was ready to get back into shape. And so what happened was I was so out of shape. I mean to tell you, I had put on 30 pounds. I'm an athlete. I've been an athlete my entire life. I'm used to being in shape. I'm used to being told what to do. I'm used to showing up on a volleyball court and just someone telling me to work out. I didn't have that in my life as a grown up. I'm 45. And here I was trying to figure out how am I supposed to get back into shape. I really didn't know what to do. I was 30 pounds overweight. I was just coming off of this pain. I didn't know what to do. So literally, I saw my coach, Kim Lima, on Facebook. She and my husband had been friends for years. I had never met the woman. I'd only sort of seen her scrolling through my Facebook. She had a post that said, "Hey, I'm inviting all of you athletes who have, for whatever reason, fallen off and need some help getting back on." And I'm like, oh my God, did she write that for me? So I contacted Kim, and she was like, told her my story. I'm like, listen, I'm weak. I have no core strength. I'm 30 pounds overweight. And by the way, I don't want to give up my wine. So what are you going to do about that? She's like, I got you. So anyway, long story short, I started to work out at home. So I just was sort of unable in my family life, my work life, to get to a gym anymore. It just was really hard timing for me. So the Beachbody home whole system sort of is what I needed. So I started doing the 21-day fix in my basement. And by I'm starting the 21-day fix, I couldn't do one crunch. I couldn't do a plank, like not for a second. I couldn't hold myself up in a plank, either on my elbows or on my hands in a plank, because my core had become so weak. And by the way, the rest of me had become weak too. And I just had so much extra pounds that I was carrying around. It was impossible. So I could have quit. I could have just been like, nah, I can't do it. But my sort of inner athlete came out, and I'm like, I'm tired of looking in the mirror. I'm tired of just looking at whatever I'm looking at. It's not me. The picture in the mirror doesn't match what goes on in my head. It doesn't match who I think I am. And so I followed the moderator. So in the 21-day fix, Kat is the moderator. And when everybody else was holding these beautiful planks with their six-pack abs and their big old muscles, I was on my knees because I couldn't hold myself up, like on my toes in a plank, and on my elbows. And sometimes that hurt too much, and so I would lay flat on the ground like a pancake for 5 seconds. And then I would get back up, and I would be on my knees and my elbows. And as time went on, I got stronger. But let me tell you something, I went through several rounds of the 21-day fix and was still unable to hold a plank. But it didn't matter, because no one was coming to my home to judge me, to say, oh, your plank's not that good, or you're on your knees, Nicole, or you're not holding yourself up in a perfect plank, you're on your elbows. Who cares? No one cares. So let me tell you right now, this is where I'm going to take your excuses away from you. No one cares. Do you know the only person that cared about me not holding a plank was me? That's it. Because every day that I showed up, and every day that I tried hard, and every day that I held that plank, even when I was on, just my elbows in my feet after I got off of my knees, or was still on my knees but got up on my arms, I was making progress. And when you make progress, that's everything, isn't it? Isn't that why you work out, to make progress? Not so that I can look like Autumn Calabrese, because I'll never do that. I got stronger constantly. That was almost 3 years ago. And let me tell you, since then, I've had 2 knee surgeries. I'm recovering right now from a massive knee surgery. I have a 10-inch scar on my knee. They took my entire knee apart. They took pieces out, put pieces in. There's titanium in there. There's all sorts of business. And I am in the middle of a really long recovery period. My doctor said 12 to 18 months before I feel good again. So I'm at month 7. And let me tell you, I have really no ability to jump. Your VMO muscle, which is, if you're standing straight, it almost looks like a teardrop on the outside of your quad muscle right above your knee. I have one on my left leg, which is my good leg, and on my right leg, I just don't have one because of the surgery. So I could choose just to sit back and revert back to where I was, or what I've done is once I got my doctor's okay, I just got back into the workouts. I cannot jump. I can do little jumps when I'm using both feet to jump, but if I'm trying to jump off of my right leg, I literally don't have the muscle to do that right now. So I scoot up on my toes. And when you do these things called diamond jumps, I can do some of them, but I can't do all of them, so I walk my way through. I don't really have the ability right now to be weight bearing on just my right leg. I can if it's locked, but when it's bent, I don't have the strength. So guess what? This girl, when she lunges a little bit, or I hold the wall and I lunge. But guess what? I'm lunging because it's making me stronger and it's making me leaner, and I get the endorphins from the workouts. How great is that? Endorphins, let me tell you something, that's why I'm in this. It's the happy little critters that run around your body after you give them a workout. So listen, I do feel like this is a sad story for me because I'm only 45 and I'm a bit broken with herniated discs and in the last year, 2 knee surgeries, but 5 grand total knee surgeries. Look, I can quit, but I'm not quitting. I want to be lean. I want to be strong. I don't want the mom body, so I modify the crap out of the workouts, but I still do them and I still show up. And guess what? No one cares. And if I wasn't on here telling you, you would have no idea. So when I'm out there posting, all my sweaty selfies, you might be like, wow, that girl looks good. She looks lean. She looks great. And you would have no idea that I was modifying the hell out of things. So let this be a message to you that I don't hear your excuses. I don't want to hear your excuses. And guess what? More than anything, you don't want to hear your excuses anymore. Do something, do anything, and just keep pushing yourself. All right? That's it.